Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Raza is scheduled to deliver the keynote address at the opening of the 10th International Institute for Strategic Studies Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore tomorrow. The dialogue provides the opportunity for sharing of information and exchanging of views pertaining to confidence building and practical security cooperation in response to the contemporary and emerging security challenges. Taiwan's cabinet today approved a draft bill that will lead to a 33-fold increase in the maximum fine for lacing food items with banned chemicals as the island battles its worst food scare in decades. The move came after China, South Korea, the Philippines and Hong Kong banned imports of certain food and drink from Taiwan after some were found to contain the chemical DEHP, which experts say can cause hormone problems in children. Hundreds of heavily armed Taliban besieged a Pakistani checkpost on the Afghan border for a second day today, killing 28 police and 6 civilians in the deadliest fighting for months. Taliban and other Al-Qaeda-linked militants have carved out strongholds on both sides of the porous Afghanistan-Pakistan border, a region that the United States has called one of the most dangerous places on earth. And in sports, Manchester United boss Sir Alex Ferguson is tipped to sell Dimitar Berbatov, although the Bulgarian forward declared he wanted to stay at Old Trafford. Bayern Munich are interested and Berbatov has also been linked with a return to Spurs. Stay with us for more updates right here on 939 Bernama Radio 24.
Coffee or cow coming?
Wow, so much sugar.
4 spoons only. This is what I call cow.
4 spoons? You're really helping your customers, huh?
Huh? Helping?
Yeah, helping customers to get sick. As food operators, we must reduce sugar intake. To the customers, say, 1 teaspoon is enough. Less sugar, better health. Now that is smart. This message is specially brought to you by the Ministry of Health Malaysia.
Thank you very much for staying with us right here on Spotlight 939 Bernama Radio 24. We're currently speaking to action coach, firm owner and business coach Maresa, who's helping us out with starting a business. Well, coming back to what we were talking about, let's look at trends within Kuala Lumpur. Are people in KL and in Malaysia ready to receive a business coach? See, let's take another industry, for instance. So, let's take a look at interior decoration. If I'm going to renovate my house, how many people employ or get the services of an interior decorator, which would make renovating the house a little more easier? With business coaching, I see it as the same thing. I mean, not business is more important, but let's take a look at a building, for instance. Okay, if I'm coming up with a building, the Bernama building, we want to renovate it, we definitely need interior decorator. So what is the demand like in Kuala Lumpur for business coaches?
Okay, very good question. When we take a look at business coaching and how ready business owners are and entrepreneurs are in terms of getting a coach on board, how the way that we determine a business owner is ready for coaching, of course, is that they have to have one element, which is to be coachable.
Right.
And someone that is coachable, Jared, is someone who is first willing to learn, and number 2, willing to change. Of all the business owners that I've met, and because I've run a lot of seminars and I've met a lot of business owners through networking and gatherings, and not everyone is ready, simply because there are many schools of thought for business owners. Some people are prepared to just say, hey, I think I want to give it a shot on my own.
Right.
I want to hit some walls, but I think I can learn and I can pick it up again. There are also schools of thought or some people where their parents are of course very, very experienced in the business and they can learn from them. There's no right or wrong. But however, having a business coach of course definitely challenges you. I can also say in a lot of ways it smoothens the ride in a lot of ways. But having a coach on board is not an easy thing, because once you get a coach on board, it's almost like if you're talking to 2 people and one person, 2 people that play badminton and they're pretty good, they're the same level, but one of your friends will say, hey Jared, I want to play badminton, I've got a coach. But the other friend of yours will say, hey, I want to play badminton, I'm quite good, but I don't want to use a coach.
Right.
what's your immediate impression on the friend of yours that says he has a coach?
Of course, he must be good. He knows it. He knows the game in detail. He probably has some chops we don't. Right.
Yeah. And one thing we can be sure is that this chap, friend number one, is playing to win.
Right.
Playing to win.
Right.
So when you have a coach on board, you're in that whole other zone where you're very focused and you're doing everything very intentionally and purposefully.
Right.
That means you're looking at the challenges, you're zeroing in on it, you're looking at it with your coach, you're finding the solutions, and it's very, very intentional. Not everyone is ready to have a coach on board. Why? You see, of all the business owners that I speak to, many a time I have a strong belief that any business can be coached to success.
Right.
But not every business owner. Why? Because at the end of the day, it takes the driver, the leader of that organization to change first. And if this person changes, a lot can change.
Right.
But
having a business coach, so sorry that I'm interrupting here, but having a business coach, if, for instance, I've signed up with a business coach and he's helping me out, and I'm giving the business coach a hard time, no, this is not working, that's not working, is there a point where you guys bail? If it's not working out, I mean, is there a contract signed before taking on the...
Definitely. Definitely we have a contract. Everything that we do is bound by an agreement. We don't begin any coaching relationship until there's an agreement in place. We do have a lot of rules of the game because we play by very
So everyone's clear about the rules and how the whole system is going to work.
Yes. It is because, Jared, of these expectations that the relationship can be very successful.
Right.
And there are expectations of the coach will have on the business owner, but the business owner will also have expectations of the coach. And because we are clear about this at the beginning, we can then flourish. This goes the same for partnerships. But we also hear of many partnerships that don't last very long because clarity in the expectations are not there. Yeah.
And coming back to businesses, here's the $1 million question: what sort of companies should have a coach? Which company, what kind of companies opening within Kuala Lumpur and outside Kuala Lumpur need a coach? Is there a list?
If we look at the sort of companies, that Jared, that can take on a coach, it can be any company in any industry, really.
Right.
It can be in any company, but it definitely have to be business owners that are ready to get from good to great. Don't take business coaching as a business doctor where you come in and you put out fires, but basically you're the sort of person, a sort of company that is here. You're okay, but you want to get better.
Right.
You're not necessarily sick and distressed, but you're tired of the plateau that you're at, and you want to
the
just
sticking point as such.
that sticking point, absolutely, and then you want to just get someone to kick you off to a momentum,
Right.
the next level, and then therefore you have a coach to keep challenging you.
Right.
You see, the coach is someone that can see from the outside in. It is actually a blessing that we're not in the business with you,
Right.
because if you talk to your CEO, you talk to your marketing managers, you talk to your sales manager, your operations manager, they're all in there with you, and sometimes they don't see what they need to be seeing in order to get out of this circle, this rut, and what we do as a business coach is that a fresh set of eyes.
Right. Outside looking in is always very important.
Absolutely. And sometimes we may see things, or we may see things that you don't see, number one, or we may even ask the questions because we don't accept things as they are. There are some things in the industry that we just don't accept, and we just go, why is it done that way? Does it serve you? Is there any way that you could do that a little different, and then it would help you to improve margins a little bit more by 10%?
Right.
So we will kind of ask the questions because we have seen it before, of course, with other companies that we've worked with. That's also one thing.
Right.
So we're going to be able to challenge you because we've worked with several other companies before in that nature. That being said, when they work with a coach and they take on a coach, Jared, it's very, very important that they see a return on investment. That comes back to the question.
That's for sure. That's the bottom line. If I'm going to engage a coach help me with my business, I need to see that bottom line grow. Yeah.
And because you're working with a business coach, and I come back to we're not We're not personal coaches or life coaches. Our sole objective and intention is everything that we do with you or your business is to help you to increase your bottom line, which is either revenue or profit. You have to be making more money with having a coach. If
Right.
anything, the minimum is just your coaching fee. That has to be the minimum that
Right.
you will break even from.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes left for those who want to get in touch with you or to find out more about what a business coach is all about, and if they want to get some advice from you. Is that possible?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. How do I get in touch with you?
You can definitely dial my office number. You can call us at 6204-0812.
62040812.
Correct. And you could also visit my website at www.maresaeng.com. MARESANG.com.
That's www.maresaeng. How do you spell Maresa Eng again?
MARESANG.com.
Well, if you didn't get that, we'll come back after the News 24 and give you those the relevant addresses and websites that you could go to get more information about business coaching and to find out more about Maresa Eng. Right here on 939 Bernama Radio 24. Before I let you go, on a personal note, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Now you're a business coach. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to see yourself as a business coach then?
And I love that question. In 5 years, I foresee Action Coach as playing a very major part in every entrepreneur's life. I believe that anybody in business should have a coach. An action coach should be one of the 3 A's. Your accountant,
Right.
your attorney, which is lawyers, and action coach. That means this should be the 3 prerequisites even before you begin business. And for a 5-year vision, I hope to truly increase the presence of action coaches and numbers of coaches in Malaysia in order for more business owners and entrepreneurs to really, really flourish through business re-education,
Right.
to keep learning.
And very quickly, in the next 1 minute, for those wanting to become an action coach or business coach, how do you go about doing that?
Very, very simple. Well, first of all, visit the website, understand a little bit more about business coaching. We run a lot of seminars. We run the 6 Steps to a Winning Business seminar, and we run those frequently and at least once a month.
Right.
Now, this is where we also invite entrepreneurs to come and get a full view of how they build a commercial and profitable enterprise that will work without them, to be on autopilot. But for coaches who are interested, they can definitely come for this seminar.
Right.
And we will definitely be showing them the full picture of what coaching will be, what are all the programs that we have, as well as to be able to meet the entrepreneurs themselves.
Right. Very quickly, the website once again, it's www.maresaeng, that's MARESANG.com.
Absolutely correct.
And you'll get all the information you need about being a business coach or an action coach. We'll come back just after News 24 and give you more details and also some relevant phone numbers. Thank you very much, Maresa. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much, Jared.
Coming up shortly is News 24. Stay with us.
Here are some interesting facts about the island of Puerto Rico. It was discovered by Christopher Columbus during his second voyage to the New World. Its culture are a blend of Spanish, Taino-Indian, and African. Its cuisine is a unique blend of Mexican and Spanish culinary tradition. And its telephone area code is 939. Incidentally, 939 is the frequency for Malaysia's first news radio. 939, Bernama Radio 24. Fast news, non-stop info.